Hey girl, so are you looking for a flawless base? Do you need help? Do you know what underpainting is? Would you like to use underpainting? Well, if you do, you're at the right tutorial. Hey girl, I'm Lawrence, and welcome back to my channel where we have hot mom vlogs. We do fashion, we do beauty, we do all the things. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, cause it's free. It's free. And if you want a flawless base, flawless face, let's go into this tutorial. So let's get started on this flawless base. Now, unfortunately, because I got these two children, I don't get to do this flawless base all the time, but I stand by it. It is chef's kiss. We're gonna start with the Danessa Myricks Yummy Glow Serum. I have this in the color Juice Boost. This just adds a glow to your skin. I'm an oily girl, okay? Serums, they hate to see me coming, so they don't really like me. But this serum is fantastic, and I do notice a glow whenever I put it on. I do see a difference when I don't use it. We're gonna use the Milk Grip Hydro Primer. And under the eye, we're going to use the Under Eye Grip Eye Primer. This primer is bomb. It just makes your makeup stick all day. It gives you a real nice canvas to start off on, and that is important, okay? For this flawless skin, okay? All right? For brows, we're gonna use the Sephora Brow Pencil and the Tint Volume Brow Gel. So I've been asked before how I do my brows. I trace my brows. I just fill them in. Also, as a little pro tip that I forgot to show you guys, I will take the Hydro Grip Primer and I will actually run it through my brows so that I create a really good base for my brow gel, liner, whatever to stick to. Because I don't know if you guys have noticed, if you've been wearing like eyebrow makeup all day, you notice like partly through the day it starts to wear off. This actually gives it a base to stick to and it lasts all day. So the name of the game with this makeup routine is you need to prepare your skin. Skin prep is everything. And when using this brow gel, I will start on the outer edge first and then work my way in just to make sure I don't get too much pigment in the front of my brows. Okay, the part that you're all here for. I know, girl, we're already here. The base. We're gonna do some underpainting. Girl, it's what all the girls do who seem to have flawless skin. Girl, it eats, okay? It eats, trust me. First step is we're gonna use the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder. This blurring balm has changed my makeup game. What I like to do is I like to rub my finger in here. I will use my finger and dab it in. It works really good if you use your fingers, girl. I tell people all the time, your best makeup tool are these little 5 things right here. That's your best makeup tool. And this just provides a really good base. It fills in my pores and this greatly minimizes it. And I just use a little bit and work it in because you can always add more. Gives you some coverage, but it's also correcting. And I love it. Like, I notice the difference in my makeup when I'm not using this versus when I am. All the information for what I'm using will be down in the description box. We're gonna use this Sephora Best Skin Ever Concealer and the Too Faced Born This Way Concealer and our Fenty Blur Stick in Truffle. We're actually gonna use 3 different concealers. That's what I like to do. Caveat to this Sephora is that this Sephora, it dries pretty fast. This is why I do this. So first I'm gonna take my Too Faced Born This Way and I'm gonna start in the highlighted areas of my face. And be generous because with the underpainting, your base is really the concealer. Your concealer is doing a lot more work than she usually does. Okay? You need to make sure that she is prepared, she is ready, she is not going to run out. Then I'm going to take my Sephora Best Skin Ever in the color 26N and put that on top of that. For dimension, I'm going to do the Sephora Best Skin Ever Concealer in 29Y. I'm gonna put a little bit of that on the outer edge of the concealer because this is a darker color and it's gonna provide a little more dimension to the face. We're gonna use our Fenty stick in the color Truffle and do our contour. So when I do my contour, I don't just go straight down. I actually create a little bit of an angle in my face and I try to bring it down. I like to put some underneath my lip because it, like, you know, is an illusion of like a powder lip. So I'm gonna take some facial spray. This is Maria Badescu facial spray. We're gonna work on the points of our face that we don't want to be like super highlighted. So for me, I've got a 9 head. So I'm gonna work here first. Then I'm gonna go to my chin and lip and next to the rest of my face. So adding the darker concealer on the outside, it makes it easier to blend in your contour because you don't have a shade that's super light next to a dark shade. It just makes it easier for me to balance out my face. Now, once all of your highlight is blended in, then you're gonna do your contour. Going in a pat and drag motion, I'm not pulling it, I'm like patting it in. I'm just making sure I cover a little more area of my face. So I'm going into my crease of my eye and down the complete side of my nose. Make sure that I don't drag my contour down my face. I smile while I apply my makeup and I follow the edge of my cheek. You're not dragging it down your face, you're curving it up. You're probably thinking,
girl, you look crazy. I look crazy.
This is how you should look. If you guys see, you can't see a lot of pores. It looks very like whoosh, you know what I'm saying? That's what we want, girl, that's what we want. We're gonna go in with the Makeup by Mario foundation. We're gonna use a Danessa Myricks color FX along with this, and this is in the color Gold Mine. I love the Makeup by Mario foundation. It gives really good coverage, but it's very, very comfortable. You only need, so we're going to take our foundation. This goes a very long way, girl, okay? Be careful. We're just gonna put a little drop right here. That's it, that's it, that's all. Don't do too much now, don't do too much. Then we're just gonna mix it all together. What I'm gonna do is actually take my finger, and we don't wanna mess up all of this underpainting work that we did, okay? We don't wanna do that. What we're going to do is we're going to go on the outer edge of our face. So the point of the foundation is to basically melt the outer edge of the face with your highlight so that it's one seamless transition. So I'm gonna go around here. And notice I'm not putting it where I actually did all of my highlight work. I'm putting it on the edge. And you only wanna use a little bit. You can always fix it if you do a little bit. You can't fix it if you did too much. Then we're gonna take our brush, and this is a Morphe M6 brush, and we are just going to pat that in. So we'll work on the outside of the face. As you see, where the foundation is starting to meet where we highlighted, I'm just going around the edge of that and blending it in. And then I'll even go over the contour just to help it blend in a little bit more. And that's why you don't want to use too much foundation, because you could put that, you might use too much and then you'll cover all of this highlight. And then you basically underpainted for no reason. Next, we're gonna do our Fenty powder in the color Banana. This is my favorite powder, my favorite. I make sure I have just a little bit on here. This is really, and I press it into my face. I don't bake, okay? I don't bake, press it into my face. And if you see, I'm pressing it into my face until it almost disappears. And I'm also not dipping back into my Fenty powder right after it's like gone or doesn't seem like there's much on here, because girl, there's definitely some on here. I will bake my nose. I will bake my nose because I want that to stand out. I want that to look snatched. Now we're going to set our contour with our Fenty powder in Caramel Cutie. What I really love about this routine is that you don't have to use a lot of tools. The only tool that you really need for your foundation, because you want to be able to blend it in, and it's kind of difficult to do it with your finger. Now, this is like a daytime look for me, but if you want to amp it up for night, super easy to do that. I am going to take my bronzer and actually take a fluffy brush. I'm gonna go into this bronzer, and I'm actually gonna use the brush to actually go into the crease of my eye, and I'm gonna wing it out. I'm actually in the crease of my eye. So I'm gonna define the crease of my eye. This just adds definition and it just amps up your look. And I'll keep my eye open just to make sure that my brush is actually in the crease. So at this point, I put glue on my lashes. I use the Duo glue, best glue ever in my opinion. I'm then gonna take a pinky color kind of eyeliner and I'm going to line my waterline. I do this because it opens up the eyes more than a dark liner. Honestly, first you should do your mascara. So I use the L'Oreal Telescopic Waterproof Mascara. See that brush, Booski? You see that brush? She gets every little lash. She is absolutely that girl. And I love it because I don't end up getting mascara all over my bottom lash. And if you guys do get that, make sure that you let the mascara completely dry. And then you take one of your brushes and you just flick it off. Next, we're gonna use the Lip Bar Fresh Glow Dream Blush in the color Sweet Cheeks. Some might argue with me that you should put this on before powder. I disagree. I wholeheartedly disagree. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why. I feel like when I put this on before the powder and like had it with my cream, you know, foundation base, I feel like by the time I did the rest of my face, you couldn't even see this. And then I had to reapply it anyway. So I'm kind of like, what's the point? Apply this now. A little bit goes a long way, girls. A little bit goes a long way. I'm just letting you know. I like to scrape off extra and then I'm going to follow my contour. So I'm actually gonna kind of go above my contour a little bit and into it. So smile. And I'm gonna take my finger and follow the contour. I love this because I've used cream blushes like these. I would say that this has been the easiest one for me to work with. I don't feel like I'm about to mess up my makeup when I use it. Because a lot of them, like they're just really hard to work with. And then if you don't know what you're doing, you will mess up your makeup and you will not be a happy camper. And so I have just a little tint, but then what's perfect about this is I can go in again if I feel like I need more. And then I like to kind of bring it into my highlight also because it kind of gives me like a flushy, I don't know, a flushy cutesy appearance, girl, okay? So if you can see, here's this with the blush and without. Now we're gonna take our Sephora powder. This is in the Micro Smooth powder and this is in the color 40 Tan. Only gonna take a little bit. This is really just to help set, you know, just to help do an extra little blending session, just in case you feel like you need something blended a little bit more. Okay, girls, so now I'm going to hop off, put my lashes on, get dressed, and then I'm gonna show you the last step that just makes this look go. I'll be right back. Hey, girl, for final touches. Now we added the lashes. These are plush from glamgoods.com. I'll link it below. That's my lash beauty site. Go ahead and get them, girl, because we running low. A little lash tip. So you see how you can see where my lash stops and my eye begins, I guess. So I'm gonna take the Maybelline Tattoo Studio and I'm going to just add eyeliner in between this gap. One seamless lash versus before, you could see the gap. This is a top tier tip. Top tier tip. Our face is all set. We are looking good. You see that? Before I set our face, here's one of my tips I love. I'm using the Danessa Myricks Dew Wet Balm in the shade Sweetwater. I use this as my highlight. It gives you a shimmering glow, dewy. So if you see the consistency of it, ooh. It's very sticky, but it doesn't look sticky on the skin. It looks amazing on the skin. And I love this because it's buildable. It's very, very buildable and you can move it around. Next, to set it off, we are going to use Until Dawn. I like this. I didn't like it at first, but I just had to give her time. So we're gonna shake this up, follow directions. And then we're gonna set it off by using Baby Brute by Fenty. I know, different outfit. It's always like this on this channel. Thank you so much for joining us for this underpainting flawless face Eugene makeup tutorial. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe because it's free. And if you like hot mom vlogs, beauty, fashion, just subscribe, girl. Just subscribe. Comment down below if you've tried this routine, and follow me on Instagram right here, Glam Larry, and show me your flawless makeup routines, okay? I want to see them. All right, talk to you later, girl. Bye.